Hello, this is the Snugpak Stratosphere bivi, and I've not opened it yet. It's not mine, I'm borrowing off a colleague who said he recommends it and see what it's like, and I've never bivied out, but I've wanted one, so give me the opportunity to open it up, have a look, and perhaps take it out if I get the time. However, I don't know if I will anytime soon. So we'll have a go and look it off. Well, he keeps the box, so I'll give that back to him. Inside the bag. So, it's in a nice little bag, little dry roll top dry bag. With compression straps. It's pretty handy. And they come all the way out, which is also nice because you can put them around. Right, let's have a look. Depth-wise, well, that's another, we've got over a third of the length of the bag there on top to roll it down. Should get a good few rolls out of that if you roll it up neatly like he has. So, not sure if there's any instructions. So we have our poles, let's fill those. And the bag. Right. Lovely. And some pegs there, some nice lightweight pegs. Let's have a look inside. Okay. Right, we've got some nice snug, wow, they are like some Snugpak pegs. You can see they are nice aluminium pegs with a low profile. Piece there. I need to weigh one of these and find out what they are, but they're very, very lightweight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 in here. Okay, so that's not going to add much weight to the pack. We've got it in. The bag itself then. Right, we have two different textures here, top and bottom. Let's work out which one's which. Right. Those parts. Here. Goes down that way then. So, pull the head down here. You see it? I believe. Yeah, this underside is a tougher feeling sort of material, not quite ground sheet, but tough, and then this topper is a very, very lightweight feeling. Yeah, and you can feel it's coated waterproof, so let's have a look at the top. Good. Two poles. Pre-curved poles, which is interesting. Interesting because they're curving all over the place right now. Have a look at the length of it. Both a similar length, not a green one. I can't find any instructions, so usually, and it doesn't help that it's green, same as the bag, usually you have a coloured tab, there we go, you have a coloured tab on the inside here to tell us it's the green pole. On this one, we don't have a coloured tab, it's plain black. So, without some instructions, I don't know which way we go. Now see, this is indoors as well, so I'm lacking on space in this bedroom. However, worth a go, see what it's like. Be careful with it. Work out quite where the poles go. Okay, yes, I sort of understand now. Strips that out. Here's the back. Put the pole in the compartment. Nice and lightweight poles as well, however, it's a bit of a pain when they, there we go, keep untwisting inside the bag. On the packet they have this one going through the inside of the other one. Assuming I should have done this one first. Find out in a second, so if that's sat side and try and get the pole and get it through there. Otherwise you might have to take the other one out and see. Tension it up. Okay, that's the head end. And on here we have a mesh and a roll back top. Have a look. Yep, that rolls back. You've got your pegs there to clip in. It's nice, and it's a big square end there, but I guess you can have it down and peg it, and it allows ventilation through, like any tent would have a ventilation flap. However, you've also got a bit of rainproofing. So look at the rest of the bag there. Oh, yeah. Slide down and have a look. So this one there, nice and long. I don't even get to the head end. So, let's see if we can move the camera. Feet end, going all the way up to the head there. Turn this round and do it the other way. Let's see. This. Right, I've cheated a little bit here. I tried to make this section of the video and do it as I was going along, and I got myself in a bit of a mess and it wasn't great footage. It didn't look great, so I'm inside the bag now and I can have a little play so I can show you around. But the zip is on the right hand side as you're lying in it, if you face up that is, and you have this nice double layer storm flap here where you close the inner layer over the zip, fold the outer layer over, velcro it up, and then that becomes the underside of the bag. So in theory, as long as it lays correctly, you shouldn't get loads of rain coming through the zip or anything like that. But inside the bag, I'll move my light a little bit. Inside the bag, the zip starts on the right, as I say. Sorry, and you zip it up. And the entire thing closes from the right across the front here. And you have this mosquito net here which rolls up into these toggles above your head, so that can be held out of the way. However, it's really warm in here. I am indoors in the house, so I'm not surprised, but what you can do is unzip it from the right there and zip up this second zip, which is on the same zip line, just to confuse you. Put that down, zip the mosquito net up. There we go. We have open the mosquito net here. So now it's a lot cooler in here. The only thing is the bag is now sagging down on my chest, which before, when it was completely zipped up, it wasn't. So there must be a way to sort that. However, when it's all pegged out, you might be able to get that tight. Now, there's a nice mesh pocket above, so you can put your phone and the other things in there. You might need a head torch or a little torch, or I suppose some snacks. It depends what you want. Put whatever you want in there. Behind us, we have the vent I was talking about from the outside. So it's a nice big vent pocket, which you need because I'm sweating. In the corners we have nice taped seams. In fact, they're very well taped, several layers, all the way across, and then the material starts. So the corners, these are the left. This is the right-hand side corner, but the corners are of the ground sheet material all the way up to probably about where your top of your head's going to be, and then you have this lighter fabric that I was talking about before. There's plenty of space up this end to put a pillow and to keep your head in the nice open compartment. However, the only thing I have is where it's not pegged down, as I move, it moves along. So, okay, my feet are touching the bottom of the bag, and my head has got, well, certainly enough space there for a rucksack. However, you're not going to want this because now my head is inside the body section of the bag. But if I move up, I sit here, I've got a good few inches between my head and the end of the bag, which is nice. And because of that, you could actually store some stuff down the bottom of the pack, I believe. Now, it's getting very warm in here doing this. So I'm quite impressed with my first ever sit in a bivy bag, or lie in a bivy bag. More space than I thought. In fact, there's a lot more space if I pin that out. Oh, that's a shame. I need to get outside and peg this down and have a go in it really, but impressed with the amount of space. So I mentioned the storm flap a minute ago, but we'll have another look at it from the outside. So you have your zip in here, it's your top top flap, then you have Velcro on the bottom, and you have an intermediate flap actually. So close the intermediate flap and the zip is covered, and you fold the Velcro down and the zip is double covered. So it's like a Z seam. That way you shouldn't get any rain in there, as long as when you're in you do this properly. And again, if you're pegged out, I can imagine it's a lot easier. That's one of my first conclusions on this bag, is that you definitely need to peg it out. So you need to have somewhere where you can peg it down. And up here, where you go around the bend with the zip, there's sort of two rigid tabs in here, which as it folds over just hold that nicely down, and actually it's engineered well, because that is holding it tight in place, and I like that's a good idea. Then you have this sort of very slight hood above the zip on the outside, especially in the corner here, so if you had your mosquito net, your main zip is over here. But this is with it fully zipped up at the moment. Imagine this comes out here. Now, the only thing I don't like so far is the double zip system. So if we pull zip across, put the camera down, zip across, it's open, and your mosquito net's rolled out of the way. And then on the same zip line, you pull the next zip. No, I've just done it up. So say, okay, there are two zips. Okay, so there are two zips adjacent to each other here. So you can do it up both ways. You have a zip here made for the mosquito net. When the mosquito net is completely done, it's designed to be done from the inside. And pull that zip. So, I see. So it would be possible to leave the mosquito net done up, but when the mosquito net is deployed, you have a nice section for some air to go through, and it'll go straight through here and out the other vent behind, which will be nice. Keep the bugs off you. Still not sure on the zip system, but generally feel like nice rigid sturdy poles. It doesn't stand very tall, which is nice. I think it stands below my knee, the whole thing. Lengthwise, it's certainly good for tall people, and I say you could even pack out the fit end, although I'm not sure on moisture and condensation. And there's space for a small pack at your head if you don't mind sleeping further under the body section down here. Certainly think condensation might be an issue if you got the entire thing zipped up and you're breathing all night, because it got very warm in there very quickly. But only a test will tell, so I'll have to get back to you on that. Well, I'm going to pack it away, see how easy it is to pack away, and I might get back to you on that one. But there's my review of the Stratosphere, the Snugpak Stratosphere bivvy, which I like, and I may have to take this one out and try it, and then purchase one afterwards. So, thank you. Right. I got the Stratosphere back in its bag, all packed away. It took me 2 attempts. The first time I tried rolling it from the top down, because the top seemed to be more padded out with the head area and things. However, I got loads of air trapped at the feet, couldn't get it out, so I had to start again and roll it from the feet up. Now, that was 2 attempts rolling it, but it was 2 attempts to get it in the bag also, because the first time round I forgot to put the pegs and the poles in. They were left off to the side. However, this is it packed again. I think it's slightly shorter and more compact than it was before. I just wrapped it around the pole bag and the peg bag, and that's what I got. My only thing was I did struggle to get it in the neck of the bag, because it's a nice rigid roll top neck. This is it's got like a rigid way. You can see the padded webbing type thing there, but it's pretty rigid, and I struggled to get it in, so I had to try and sort of roll it up tighter whilst I was putting it in. So hopefully it'll come out alright, and I apologise to my colleague if I messed it up for him getting it in, but it should be fine. My only suggestion there would be, I've got a couple of little clip straps which I might sort of compression it with before I roll it into the compression sack. I know it means 2 more straps, but just help me getting it in. So that was that, and before I packed it away I did get out my little summer sleeping bag, my Mountain Warehouse Traveller 50, which is 650 grams, 220 centimetres long according to this. Just reading it off here, but anyway, I did get that, which ironically is slightly larger when it's badly compressed than the bivvy, and get inside. Now, this is a tiny little sleeping bag, not very thick, so it was unnoticeable in there. However, with the space that I did have, I could tell you that a nice big thick down bag would fit quite happily. The other thing I decided was the zip system was quite difficult and confusing, so I would install one of these nightstick type things for the inner zip if possible. However, I don't know how bright that would start to get in the night. It might annoy you a bit, so do that. And if you were going to spend any time outside of the bag, which I don't think you would if you were just going to get it out to sleep in it, you might want to fit this to the outside. However, that reinforced area on the corner of the zip that I pointed out is a good place to stow the zips. So, in conclusion, definitely want to take it out, and if I enjoy it, I'm definitely going to buy one, but I'll have to see whether I can cope with it first. Might not enjoy it. Hopefully I'll do a video on that if I get round to it, and I apologise for the poor camera work or any sort of hesitation, but it's only my second camera video. So, thanks for watching. Bye.